Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boys, Frogan Reactions here. My name's Logan.
Mine is Francesco.
And in today's video, we are going to be discussing about a massive UFA week.
Yes, it was a crazy week of lots of signings. We got 13 new players, and 5 players will be moving on from the Leafs. Let's go right into it. It's going to be an emotional wreck here, so let's go. Here we go. Okay, so first we're going to start with 13 players who are coming to Toronto. So first trade was actually a trade. It was we received Brennan Manel defense, and Minnesota received our conditional 2022 7th round pick. And
he's 24. He played in the KHL last season and recorded 38 points in 47 games. He's an RFA. The pick transfers if he plays 30 NHL games with the Leafs this year.
yes,
So, pretty good, solid, young guy.
if he plays less than 30, Minnesota is not getting
Good for him, and that's it. Okay, next one.
The next one is Michael Bunting.
Now this is one I really like by Sheldon Keefe. Bunting is a very interesting player. He has played with the past 2 seasons of the Arizona Coyotes, or he's been with the Arizona Coyotes, and he's signed 2 years for $950,000 annual average value. And now, if you know Michael Bunting, you know there is a Kyle Dubas and Michael Bunting relationship here. He was born in Toronto, Ontario.
Yep. And
He played for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds back when he was a kid. It's a great thing for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I love this signing for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's a great signing.
in just this past season, he played with Arizona 21 games. He got 10 goals, 3 assists, 13
Sault Ste. Marie Greyhound coming to Toronto. He's a Toronto boy.
Yes.
I love this signing by the Toronto Maple Leafs because it's low risk, high reward for this guy. This guy has no ceiling. He could be a superstar or he could be a low risk move. But I love this signing. It's the greatest signing of this night.
Then we get Michael Amadio, 2-way, 1-year deal, 750 NHL, 400 guaranteed.
Yes, another Toronto boy native.
This was, I think he's going to the Marlies on this one. But
Yeah.
he's got some NHL in there.
But
Then we got Curtis Gabriel, 1-year contract in his hometown. So
hometown boy, another hometown boy from Ontario, Canada. Great guy. I love him.
Born in Newmarket. He's hitting our cap at 750, which is legal.
It's not that bad.
And he played 11 games with San Jose last year and got 0 points.
Yeah, but that's okay because it's a low risk move.
And then we got
David Kampf. I don't know. This one kind of surprised me in the fact that he's getting paid $1.5 million, and I never heard of this player before. Neither did anyone else.
He's getting a 2-year deal.
This was kind of a shocker right here.
From Chicago.
But as you can see from this team's, he's been a point producer, I guess, in the 2011-2012 season.
Okay, last year he played every single game with Chicago, all 56, and he scored 1 goal and 11 assists.
I guess you could say
He's not really that much of a goal scorer.
but I do know this. This guy on the Chicago Blackhawks got a main role, and he is a good penalty killer. That's what I think. This guy may not have the scoring ability, but he does have the penalty killing ability, which is great for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
That's what we need. Your top 6 are your scoring players.
Which is great because he killed most of the penalties on the Chicago Blackhawks last season and the year before. So I'm excited to have him on this team. It's great to have him.
And then Leafs sign Alex Biega and Carl Dahlstrom on defense.
I guess
These are Marley's.
These are minor moves, I guess you could say.
And then an interesting one.
Josh Hosang. Now, this could be good for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I'll tell you why. Josh Hosang, if I go to his stats, let's go to his stats. Josh Hosang has been a very consistent player overall in the past couple of years. Let's say, for example, there's no risk.
He was on New York.
There's no risk. Literally, if we get the Josh Hosang we saw in like 2011, 2012, that's not bad. Because it's 79 points in 30 games.
And you
not
can
bad.
see he played a lot of OHL.
And
Toronto.
And let's go with
Windsor.
the NHL experience. NHL experience. Well, he has 10 points in 21 games. And then in the after that season, the 2017 and 2018 season, he had 12 points in 22 games, 10 assists, and 2 goals. Then in 2018 and 2019, he unfortunately fell off the limb with 2 points, 1 goal, and 1 assist. Now this guy has been deteriorating from year to year to year to year. But he is a playoff producer when it matters the most. I do think this is gonna be good for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I just don't know. This is a low risk move.
It's called a professional tryout.
So we'll see how it works.
The way it works is you get this player, you play with them, you see how it goes. You like them, you sign them. You don't, goodbye.
We'll see how this goes. This may be Josh Hosang's last time to make it in the NHL farm. But remember, Alex Galchenyuk, a year before, this was his last opportunity as a Leaf. He came in as a Leaf, and guess what? He performed.
Beautiful.
Last opportunity for that kid to be in the NHL.
I really hope we re-sign Galchenyuk. He's still UFA.
I don't know.
That remains in the air. Then we got Brett Sini, which I'm assuming is
London, Ontario. He's I guess you can say could be something, I guess.
Marley.
But I like the depth.
Then we got re-signed.
Yeah, that's great. This is a great signing by the Toronto Maple Leafs. I think
3-year entry-level contract.
I don't know.
Gondola. And then in the more recent days,
Andre Kasha. This guy is a great move for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I'll tell you why. He puts up hits when you need him the most.
He played with Anaheim 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then he played with Boston for like just 7 games.
I don't know. He could be a good point producer though. But I love the toughness. I love the hype attitude.
Look at that playoff. 11 games played, 4 assists. Not bad.
Not bad, but not that great.
Not amazing.
I think it's a good depth move, and this guy's definitely gonna play for the Toronto Maple Leafs next season. I love this move by the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's the greatest move. I love it.
Then Nick Ritchie.
Boston. A big sized player that is not afraid to punch you right in the face.
And that's what we need.
And that's what we need here in Toronto. We need a big ass puncher that can punch you right in the mouth.
In Ontario, Orangeville. Played mostly on Anaheim, then last minute Boston, so same thing for Andre Kasha.
He's a good point producer, for sure.
If you look at his playoffs, he played 11 games, 1 goal, 3 assists. Not bad. Not bad.
But it's great. I love this signing by the Toronto Maple Leafs. It adds toughness to our lineup, and it's great. Now let's get to the biggest signing of the night. Right after this.
Also, Brendan Menell, we already mentioned.
We already signed him.
We talked about the trade, but he wasn't signed. It was just a trade. Now we actually signed him. 1 year, $750K.
But there's one more player that we added on free agency, and his name is Peter Mrazek. Now, this is a great signing for the Toronto Maple Leafs in the fact that Peter Mrazek is a great goaltender when you need him to show up.
He went a lot through Detroit, then Carolina, and now he's signing a 3-year deal with the Leafs.
Okay, now let's see some of these numbers.
At $3.8 million.
Let's see some of these numbers. So some of these numbers are pretty interesting. Like in Detroit, in the 2012-2013 season, he had a .922 save percentage. And then in the following season, he had a .927% save percentage, which is great. But then he deteriorated the next 2 seasons, and it's all down from there. But the previous season, he had a .923 save percentage, which is a kind of good move for the Toronto Maple Leafs, because this guy can play a tandem with Campbell. Campbell being your backup and Peter Mrazek being your starter.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
But this is the thing about Peter Mrazek. He does have an injury history, which is kind of questionable. As long as he can stay healthy throughout these 3 seasons, this guy will be a stunner for you. This guy will be a top goaltender for you when you need him. This is a great signing with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I love it.
And now we're gonna go into the sad
The people that left the Toronto Maple Leafs.
We lost 5 players in this UFA so far, starting off Bogosian heading to Tampa.
Back to Tampa.
I think he signed some 3-year deal or something.
He said a statement. I'm not too sure what the statement was, but he said
I think that he got a little higher offers, but he went with his Tampa even though it was a low offer because he seemed excited.
Yeah. That's kind of a bummer because he played good for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Then we have Foligno, which was
signing in Boston.
I found that a surprise.
Boston, right? I thought you were gonna play for your brother, with your brother.
Well, Boston, that was, again, like I said, a surprise.
With your brother, you know?
Nash, we knew he was going.
We knew he was going.
Surprised. I think he went to Winnipeg.
Bye-bye, Riley Nash.
And
now
then,
2 players.
So that's 3. These 2,
After the past 5 seasons with the Toronto Maple Leafs, I do think it was time to move on from Anderson. I do think so. Because his numbers was deteriorating as plummeting through the off season and the regular season.
Yeah.
Regular season after regular season. This guy has been a playoff performer for the Toronto Maple Leafs though. But he has his flaws. And I do think it's time to move on from Freddie Anderson.
Going to Carolina.
And now I think this is a high risk move for the Carolina Hurricanes, being that the fact that he's not on his game. As long as Anderson can be on his game, if he can make it there,
and
he could be a great player for the Carolina Hurricanes. But I do think he has an injury. He does have an injury history.
Really.
He does have a long injury history with the Toronto Maple Leafs,
and especially this season, his injuries put a damper on his play.
I do wish him the best of luck in Carolina. I do.
Yes.
I hope he does. I hope he achieves the most success possible as a player of the Carolina Hurricanes. I do, because for the past 5 seasons, this guy has been a Toronto Maple Leaf and done well for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So I thank you so much for your continual, play for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I hope you do well in Carolina.
Yes. So thank you Thank you for everything you did, Anderson.
This is what the Toronto Maple Leafs have said. Over the past 5 seasons, you have been a trusted teammate and respected presence on and off the ice. Thank you for everything, Freddie.
Yes.
That is the greatest guy. I hate to see him go, but now this is the big news of the night. This is the big news of the night. Zach Hyman. Where is he gonna go? Where's Zach Hyman gonna go? Are we gonna get a sign and trade? No. He leaves free agency. 7-year deal with the Edmonton Oilers. Now, Zach Hyman. I really do extremely love Zach Hyman. For all it's worth. I love Zach Hyman. He has been a presence in the locker room, on the field, off the ice, with so many young kids. I do appreciate what Zach Hyman done over the 7 years in this organization. I do wish him nothing but the best in Edmonton. I wish him all the success possible, maybe even a ring. I wish him nothing but the best, because this guy has been in and out the best player on the Toronto Maple Leafs, day in and day out. You know what you're gonna get from Zach Hyman.
He put a lot of effort and work into this team.
But the only question that the Leafs had that made them do this move and leave him in free agency is because he was asking for too much money, number one, and his age. He's 29 years old, going in his 30-year-old season. Now, he signed a 7-year deal. Will he be the consistent player that he has been in the past, or will he deter from there? We don't know. Edmonton, I do think it's a dumb move for Edmonton, though I do think they're signing a great guy here, a great player. He can play on the McDavid Draisaitl line. He can kick butt there.
You're signing him till 36,
but
37.
I do think the money is a little bit risky for him. I do think so.
Like, for example, look at Spezza. Great player. He's getting paid league minimum, and he's what, 37, 38, whatever he is.
But I do think it's
league minimum. Imagine Hyman when he's 36 getting paid $5.5 million.
This is what I'm gonna read a statement from Zach Hyman later on.
Yes.
But right now we're gonna say a statement from the Toronto Maple Leafs on their Twitter or Instagram account, or Twitter. I think it's Twitter. For your passion and determination on the ice and your contributions to our community, thank you and all the best, Zach Hyman. I really do like Zach Hyman. I really do think we're missing out on a great guy here. But he wanted to stay home. He wanted to.
I know.
He really do.
It was tough.
But
like, look how many players we signed for the cap room that he was asking for.
But it's okay. I'm fine with losing Zach Hyman.
We'll read his statement here.
Dear Leafs Nation, February 29th, 2016 is a day I'll never forget. It's the day that was my first NHL game where I became a Toronto Maple Leaf. I will always remember pausing before putting on the jersey for the first time and reflecting on how special and lucky I was. Ever since I was a kid, my dream was to play for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and in that moment, it became a reality. Like most of you, I grew up a Leafs fan. I went to the games at AC&C, Air Canada Centre, and idolized my favorite Leafs like Matt Sundin, Gary Roberts, and Darcy Tucker. I cheered on the team through the exciting playoff runs in the early 2000s, and the disappointing years that we didn't make the playoffs.
Because I grew up here, I understood how incredibly lucky I was to have the opportunity to play for the Leafs. I knew that I wasn't just living out my dream, but the dreams of all my friends and of every little kid that falls in love with this team. Throughout my time in Toronto, I can undoubtedly say that every time I put on that sweater, I gave everything I had. I want to thank all of you for supporting me, motivating me, and believing in me. The passion that exudes from the Leafs Nation is contagious, and it's one of the best places in the world to play because you guys care. So thank you for your continued support, thank you for investing yourselves in the team, and thank you for making Toronto's boys' dream come true. I'm excited about joining the Edmonton Oilers in the next chapter of my life, but I will always call Toronto home.
Now that is a letter I love. That was the last few words. I will always call Toronto home. That's just the best.
Yeah.
He does care about joining the Edmonton Oilers, and he feels happy. He's excited. But it won't feel like home. This is his home. Toronto is his home. He was born here. Yeah. His family grew up here. He grew up here. It's kind of a sad day, to be honest, for the Leafs organization, because we're losing such a good guy. We are. And
everything good comes to an end.
Yes, I understand Zach Hyman asked for too much money. but he deserved it. If there was one Leaf that deserves to get paid as much money, if not more money than our superstars, it's Zach Hyman.
Unfortunately.
You know what you're gonna get from Zach Hyman from every single year. It's kind of unbelievable that he's not a Toronto Maple Leaf anymore.
It's tough because you're paying a lot of money for your top stars, Matthews, Marner, Tavares, Ryan.
And they haven't been as consistent as Zach Hyman was.
That's the problem. You can't just say, hey, you want to get paid less? How do you sound? How's that sound?
No, Zach Hyman.
A contract's a contract.
Zach Hyman, man. Wish him nothing but the best in Edmonton. Obviously, he's gonna be moving there, but it will never feel like home. After 7 years in this organization, there's 7 years playing with the Toronto Maple Leafs, his team that he grew up cheering.
Maybe he'll come back after 7 years of playing there. Maybe
I don't know. I think he'll retire.
I'm not saying play. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe he'll live here back in Toronto. Maybe he won't stay for Edmonton all his life. I doubt that. I don't think he'll stay there for the rest of his life. I think he'll be back to Toronto once his NHL time is done.
I'll always call Toronto home. It's gonna be weird.
It's gonna be weird to see him alongside Draisaitl and McDavid. It's gonna be even weirder when he has to play against us.
This is gonna feel weird for a couple of weeks.
It's gonna be a weird season. We're finally playing American teams. We get to play Seattle for the first time. We'll be playing Hyman. Maybe we'll even be playing Anderson in Carolina. Who knows? It's gonna be a very interesting.
This is a sad day if you're a real Toronto Maple Leafs fan. It's unfortunate that he left for nothing. I mean, the asking price that we were asking for is a second, but they only offered up a sixth.
Come on.
For an extra year of Zach Hyman.
I think he realized just to get a draft pick, if he ended up with like a third rounder or fourth rounder,
well,
was it worth it? Would it be worth it to save them the $4 million cap and give him an extra year in Edmonton? I don't think so.
That's it for today's video, guys. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and if you please leave that notification bell run, that would be fantastic.
Lots of new players have been signed.
I wish Zach Hyman nothing but the best in Edmonton, and I wish Freddie Anderson nothing but the best in Carolina. Thank you for being such good teammates to the Toronto Maple Leafs. And thank you for your dedication.
We'll see you on the next one. Peace.